Welcome to upstate New York, Syracuse University, and under the dome today we have a terrific clash in store. As we wind our way toward the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Pittsburgh Panthers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Syracuse Orange. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Syracuse will kick off and we'll be underway. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Panthers offense will take the first swing of the game. These rivalry games can really get the blood pumping, and we'll see who can manage their emotions best early.
Everyone's been waiting for this game, right? You know, both of these teams have had this game circled all the way back to the beginning of the offseason, so you got to be able to play under control.
With passion, with energy, with hatred, because it's a rivalry game, but keep your emotions in check and making sure I'm controlling what I can control.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. On the move, he fires. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. The give to the back. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, David.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to pick out.
From the gun, the running back has it. Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a first down. Hit right back to the line. He'll pull it on the read. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits. This offense needs to avoid getting in its own head, getting domed up with its play calling in the red zone. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. Grabs it in the middle. And they'll get him down, but boy, did he put some dudes in the spin cycle. My goodness. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. So the Syracuse Orange will go on offense for the first time. And you'd better be sharp throwing the football to the outside, Jesse, because both of these teams have lock-up corners.
And they're really good at baiting you into throwing their way as well. You got to be careful. And David, I like these guys too because they're not afraid to get their face in the fan and support the run game.
No doubt. And it's fun because when you're a defense and you can shut down half the field, you can do so many different things to give other guys help because you trust these guys on an island outside.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They make the stop right there. Good pickup, and still short of the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. Quick tempo here for the offense. Right back to the well. They knock him down after he picks up 5 out to the 34. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They go to the ground. Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. Syracuse right back at it. The corners are walked up tight. Going up top on first down. Snags it over the middle.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
Movement here from the tight end. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Trying to get to him. Pressure's there, and he gets rid of it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a first down. Third down play from the gun. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. Open runway ahead. Touchdown, Cuse. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people. Some angles and get all the way to the end zone.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown, everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Right on target this time. At midfield, he's got room. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. They've gotten this thing up and running fast, back and forth. We're inside a minute to play in the first. Right back to it. Nice move to pick up yardage. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down. And the Panthers moving quickly to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. And the entire playbook is wide open on second and short like this. Power football with the run. Quick step and go. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. That trip to the end zone is 25th career touchdown.
Man, he's been productive. Just has a nose for the end zone. This dude's made big play after big play for his offenses, and that's 25 touchdowns, Palmer, on the ground for the big fella.
Pretty impressive, too, when you consider when you get close to that end zone, the defense is expecting run, they're loading the box, and still this guy's been able to find his way in. 25, it's a nice number.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. And the returner will be knocked down. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense think. You put them back on their heels. Now, shoot, Palmer, you might be able to slip a few runs in on this drive to really jack them up.
Yeah, I like that idea, but I also like the fact that speed kills. They've got it at the receiver position, so if you've got one-on-one matchups, man, take advantage.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Yeah, when you get penetration by that defense right away, and there's no way to cut at all for that back, he gets destroyed right away. No way that play was going to be successful. Way too much penetration.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're trying to get to it. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
And this is why you don't want to get in these situations. 3rd and long, defense knows it's pass. They're playing pass, playing deep. QB has nowhere to go with the football, so he just throws it away.
Makes the catch near the 50. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. Jesse, a very productive drive last time wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
The Panthers want to crank the tempo. They'll put the tight end in motion. One back in the backfield, he gets the carry. That ought to be enough to give Pitt the first down.
It's not a flashy play call, but that is exactly what it was designed to do. Get 2 yards, get the first down.
He wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They have relished this tight victory since the last time these two got together, Pollack.
Guys, this winning is beautiful. And when you beat your rival and you get those bragging rights, Palmer, it is a glorious thing for a whole year and sometimes longer.
Well, that's the best thing about rivalry games like this. For the winning team, whoever pulls this one out here today, their fans are going to be bragging about this one for a long time.
They get him stopped at the 26, but boy, that was an attitude run. A pickup of 6. Ball's at the 26. It's 3rd and short, and they'd love to pick up the first down and avoid settling for the field goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense, sir. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Now on 4th down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a catch past the sticks. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give him a first down. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes his connection. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, Panthers. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Have the ball back and ready to go to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Leaves it with the back. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Syracuse right back at it. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Running through contact. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Yeah, 3rd and 1, you know they're running the football. It's just a matter of who's getting it and where they're going. But this offense, it really didn't matter. Nice job up front, nice execution, picking up not only the 1, making it an even bigger play and getting the first down.
He'll come out throwing on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. That's reeled in. It's Lincoln. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to get the first through the air. Makes the grab over the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
They'll run the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They'll line up for a second down play. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
They want to just keep throwing it. Fires into traffic, and it's picked off. He can be dangerous with the ball in his hands, with no room to return that pick, and they'll go on offense from the 21.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Quarterback will audible. Trying to find his man on first down. Pulls it in. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a big gain. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He lobs one high down the left side. And he's got it at the 25. He is feeling it. A huge play. Almost took it to the house, but they got him at the 24. Comes out throwing on first down. Looking for the end zone. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And this ball looks like it just got away from the quarterback. I think he made the right decision. He was going to the receiver that seemed open, but just not very accurate on the throw, and that leads to the interception.
They'll crank up this drive with the pass. He's got his man. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throwing catch. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Fires to the big fella. They'll immediately call timeout. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? Now here on second down, see if they keep tossing it around.
29 Philly, 2-9.
He's looking to throw. And he'll chuck it into the cheap seats there and save the down. Nobody getting open there.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down. The Orange will have to punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Bowls his way forward. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to throw on second down. Going for it all. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Pitt.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, what an environment there today. All the animosity and flat-out hatred that comes with a good old-fashioned rivalry game on display in that first half. And we've got to start our halftime breakdown with this superstar running back. His elusiveness, his raw power. This young man is the total package. And his ability to catch the ball out of the backfield is a differentiator. A lot of guys can hit the hole. This kid can hit the hole and hit the home run in the passing game. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
And the Panthers will kick it off to start the second half. He'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They come into this third quarter with a lot of work they need to get done.
Yeah, and it starts with this possession. And I'm going piece by piece. I know this is coach speak and very simple. I score. I get a stop. I score. I can get back in this game, but it's got to be one drive at a time.
It's going to have to be, but I think the mindset offensively is we're probably going to have to score every time we get it because our defense has been struggling. They have not been getting a lot of stops, so this is a critical drive.
All kinds of running room. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
Well, there was really nowhere to go for the quarterback with that football. He's just trying to check it down to his running back, and the defense was there, and they made the play.
They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Syracuse right back at it.
Flip it.
It's a draw. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle. It's a 1st and 10 from the 42-yard line. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To the air on first down. Looking deep down the right side. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Syracuse. Sometimes we ask coaches about halftime adjustments, and they go blah, 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 blah. Sometimes they make some good ones.
Sometimes that blah, 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 blah actually works, but it's working now. But it might be too little too late. At least you got the party started.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to stop the return man. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
He'll try the left side. Crosses the 30, he's got away. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air, chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. They're going to ride this running back. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
Well, this offense came into the game knowing they wanted to be physical. They wanted to establish the line of scrimmage, and they're running downhill right at this defense, and they're churning out positive yardage early.
They'll try the left side. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
On
This Pitt offense has been clicking on this drive. The give to the back. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
Another good run. Picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
At the 20, he's got space. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Panthers. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the capper came on a 34-yard jaunt to the end zone. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was looking for some running room, but not. Found as he stopped at the 18. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably score pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
Syracuse right back at it. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
He'll try to feel the putt and see if he can give his offense better field position. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Line gets set, 1st down. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. Coming after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's right on target. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Pittsburgh has a really nice drive going. They'll throw it on 1st down. Looking to the big tight end. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And the beatdown has ensued. If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. There to make the stop, and we've played 3 in this one. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an... Stage is set for a massive 4th quarter comeback. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period.
Here we go.
He's looking to throw it. Feeling some heat. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
They'll try to keep that sack from wrecking this drive here on 2nd and 15. Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. The quick out. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the 4th quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Complete in the middle. Good pickup there as he gets the 1st down. They'll mark him at the 48.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the 1st down.
Syracuse ready to go to work with another 1st down. Snagged in the middle. It's Ramsey. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on 2nd down. Back to the air one more time. Finds his tight end. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the 1st down. Love the way he didn't just run to a spot. He found the cushion in the zone and got himself open for the 1st down.
Yeah, and you're taught to find that space. Don't run right into a zone defender who's sitting there looking at the quarterback and looking at you. So much creativity with routes now and being able to just have subtle moves one way, come back the other way. Nice job by the tight end finding that hole in the zone.
This defense is flying around with bad intentions. How about the stick the defender just laid on the tight end?
Syracuse comes to the line on 1st and goal.
Jackrabbit.
He'll set up to throw. Got it in the middle. It's Wiggins. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. 2nd and goal for the offense. He's looking to throw. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to avoid the loss.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in the end zone for a touchdown. A little window dressing here at the end of the game.
Nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They want that clock to run. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. They're testing the right side here. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like, when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense.
They've got it down to the 32. 1st and 10 coming. To the ground with the back. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big 1st down.
And the defense down in this game, they just can't do anything to stop this offense at this point, David. Right now, they know they're going to be trying to run the football and try and ice the game, but there's nothing at this point it seems they can do.
Yeah, and it's frustrating. I got to bring as many guys to the line of scrimmage as I can. I got to find a way to get this ball back to my offense. The clock is not my friend, and then running the football is only going to run this thing out quicker. I got to find a way to make something happen, strip the football, do something.
They're bringing heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Quarterback checking off. They'll throw on 3rd and short. Moving out of the pocket. And it's incomplete as he was trying to make the play in the back corner of the end zone.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
Motion from the offense. On 4th down, they'll throw for it. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Man, you know, sometimes ball carriers just have to know when the fight is over. And this guy, he's trying to drive. He's low to the ground. He's doing everything he possibly can to get the 1st down. But, David, he got a little bit careless with that ball security.
Yeah, and listen, I'm okay with it when it's 4th down. Like, 4th down and goal, and I got to reach that ball. 1st down, 2nd down, I can't fumble. But right there, if I'm stretching the ball and I'm trying to get it across that plane, so be it. I don't know if he was going to get it anyways, but big play by the defense, big stop. Now your offense gets to go right on the field.
He's going to pass. Finds the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the quarterback who makes a sure tackle. They get the timeout called, 11 seconds remaining to play. Second down coming up.
Here we go.
Trying play action. Pocket starts to collapse. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Ready up.
They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here.
Let's go.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be fourth down. Syracuse will be forced to punt. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. Coverage team does a good job and touches it dead. No return on this one. The wins keep piling up, and the stakes get higher along with it as this squad remains unbeaten on the season.
Stakes get higher, the pressure starts to mount. Those rivalry games come up late in the season a lot of times for people. So this team has been really dominant throughout the season. Jesse, they got a little bit more to go. Can't get too high just yet.
Yeah, so how much more do they have left in the tank? We know this season has taken a toll on them, even though they've looked really good at times. A couple guys have been dinged up. Mentally, emotionally, physically, they're exhausted. Do they have enough left in the tank to finish this thing out undefeated?
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.